My dear friends, welcome back to Peace Spice. It's nice to be in touch with you again after a short break. In this session, we'll focus on flash system definition and principle. In fact, I wanted to update you few more in the sense of the flash system components, the types of flash, environmental impact, and the design consideration and effective solutions to eliminate pollution. Okay, these all will cover in the subsequent videos, but in this session, we'll talk about more of an intro part, just to get a small knowledge about the flash system as a general. Okay, so yeah, those who are working in refinery should know this. That's the point. Okay, let's get on with the details. Flash system. It's a term that refers to the process of burning gas that comes out of the ground during oil exploration and, of course, production. Okay, so it's very simple, right? So the giant flames you would have seen in the refinery, right? The giant flames coming out of yeah. So that are often seen coming out of giant nozzles in oil facility, or a result of burning this gas, and this gas is burned on the ground or at the mouth of the oil well. So the process of burning excess gas produced by oil fields known as flare gas represents a threat to the environment and human health in addition to being a major waste of energy. This we all know. That's about the intro. Now, we'll answer some question. Why do energy companies flare gas? Why do energy companies flare gas? Sometimes, it is necessary to burn gas for safety reason. The oil collects underground and forms oil basins and gas accumulates around it, right? So therefore, this gas must be eliminated before starting the oil exploration process. Those who have worked in offshore, they know this better, right? So the explosion may occur if there is a sudden increase in pressure as the gas reaches the earth's surface. So the process of burning gas is only a way to reduce the pressure level. Okay, so this burning process is known as safety burning or emergency burning. So this is the answer. Why do energy companies flare gas? Okay, how does burning gas harm environment? Good question, isn't it? Yes. According to World Bank estimate, energy companies burned about 144 billion cubic meters of gas in 2021, which led to the release of equivalent of more than 400 million tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. See the impact, friends. See the impact. So this amount is equivalent to the amount of carbon dioxide emitted by cars when they travel at a distance of 9 trillion miles. Just see the impact. So burning gas also produces soot, isn't it? So the process of burning gas produces a chemical released into the air, which is benzene, okay, which can cause headaches, tremors, or irregular heartbeats for people who live near gas burning sites. So that is the impact, okay. And also, friends, benzene also cause cancer. So burning gas also produces naphthalene, which may cause eye and liver damage, which is another possible cause of cancer. So the black smoke resulting from burning gas can cause breathing difficulties, respiratory and heart diseases, and even strokes. Just remember. So one study in the United States indicates the possibility of premature birth in women as well. Okay, so that is the harm. How does burning gas harm environment? Then now, what is the way? What are all the alternatives for the gas burning? Yes, the World Bank calls on emerging energy companies to collect associated gas and sell it to companies and consumers. Okay, so but the gas needs to be treated right before it is safe to use because it contains harmful chemicals and it needs to be treated. So the treatment is an expensive process, which is one of the reason why some companies burn it instead of treating it. Right. So the World Bank says there are other options. Companies could use the gas in mobile power plants to power oil exploration sites or as fuel in petrochemical plants. So these are some of the options given by the World Bank. Okay. So what are all the alternatives to continue? Another option is to re-inject the gas into the ground to increase the pressure in oil reservoir, which would allow companies to extract more oil. You got it, friends? Another option is to re-inject the gas into the ground to increase the pressure in oil reservoirs, which would allow companies to extract more oil. Some energy companies vent the gas collected in oil reservoir and release it to the atmosphere without burning it. So, but this process harms the environment, more than burning a gas because methane, gas spreads in the atmosphere and the methane plays a major role in global warming. So now we are talking about, right? Yes, that's a point. So facilities such as petroleum refineries, chemical plants, natural processing, gas processing plants, oil and gas production sites with oil wells, offshore oil and gas platform, petrochemical plant, landfill, anything that accommodates a compressed hydrocarbon, all these. So these plants generate a large amount of waste products such as methane, volatile organic compounds, and organic chemicals, which have a very high vapor pressure at room temperature and sulfur related compounds, right? So, APA 537, this one you take as a info. APA 537 for petrochemical plant, it want actually to ensure the safe and effective disposal of diluted gases or liquids. This is the info for you. Okay, now these waste compounds are toxic, flammable, and many corrosive. Okay, correct? Many corrosive and cannot be discharged directly into the atmosphere. What for? The following reasons. Restriction imposed by local regulation or plant practices and due to lower permissible explosion or the toxic threshold limit in safe surroundings of local outlets and the factory. And the third, in operation where high and intense temperature are expected, the particular critical process and gases cannot be vented locally due to a dangerous condition. In such case, flare is a lost line of defense. That is the problem. That is the lost line of defense for a safety emergency release, such as burning excess hydrocarbon gas. So, such as burning excess hydrocarbon gas is a better option. So that is why, we are doing this. Okay. So for example, instead of venting methane into the atmosphere, just imagine, right, without, burning, right? So we can burn methane, okay, which will save carbon dioxide, which will save carbon dioxide. Okay. Also, methane is 25 times more harmful to global warming than carbon dioxide. So that is the point. So burning methane is a better option. You got it, friends? I go back again. See, for example, instead of venting methane into the atmosphere, we can burn methane, which will save carbon dioxide. So that is the point. Why? Methane is 25 times more harmful to global warming than carbon dioxide. So burning methane is a better option. So the process of safely bring this waste and gases is called combustion. Of course, we all knew this. So during burning, the gas consists of hydrocarbon, natural gas, propane, ethylene, propylene, butadiene, butane, etc. Right? So it reacts with atmospheric oxygen to form carbon dioxide gas and water. So there will be many byproducts consist of carbon monoxide, hydrogen and other materials depending on what is burned. So but fundamentally the hydrocarbon conversion efficiency generally exceeds 98%, friends. So these are the some of the alternatives for gas burning. Just wanted to inform you. Of course, we are not going to stop with that. The next one is going to come very big, the flare system components. Okay, that is very, very important. So very, very important in the sense, friends. See, basically all the components I'm going to talk. See the knockout drum, and the what do you call the flare stack, the gas barrier, the steam nozzles, the pilot burners. All these I'm going to talk the components basically. Okay. So see you in the next video and stay tuned. Thanks again, friends, for your continuous support. Keep supporting. Your support is very, very, very important for our growth. Okay. Your support is our strength. Thank you, friends. Take care. Bye bye.